and it was snowing. So it was freezing. Farewell ceremony of like over 200 drummers from Qindgao City. Those guys, and we're just getting ready to go. Very cold, wet, very long race. So good luck to us. So we've just been informed that it's too dangerous to start the race due to poor visibility. So we've got about a mile range on visibility, if that. We did a parade of sail and the boats coming and going behind us, but you just see them drift off into the fog and then come out of the so it's going to be a bit unsafe to start the race in these conditions. So they're holding on the race, and we've been directed to start motoring towards our next waypoint, which is about 500 miles away. We're just heading in. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We've just been motoring towards that waypoint. The race is just had 6 days of pounding seas and headwinds at like 35 to 40 knots, and sail change after sail change after sail change, and everyone's just absolutely shattered. It makes it nearly impossible to get any sleep because you're getting airtime in your bunk and just pounding through the swell. The winds have finally started abating, but it's just been such a rough race start. Winds are getting down to sort of 25-30 knots now, so we're about able to sort of catch our breath a bit more and hopefully catch up on some sleep so we have a bit more energy. Hi, so it's day 9 at sea. Last night we were forecast about 5 knots. Lucky for us though, it was downwind. It got a bit fruity for a fair bit of the time there. You can see here the sea set's still quite built up from last night, and we're coming through, averaging about 30 knots, and I just surfed a wave 90. It was awesome! As far as race positions go, we are in first place with a 44 nautical mile lead on the nearest boat to Singapore. Hi, so it's day, what day is it? Day 10 at sea. We have been sailing along with the Yankee 2 and the Main with 2 reefs in, and had awesome waves, massive waves. So they're about 8 meters in height, and just surfing big waves. So catching the waves and surfing up to like regular surfs of 18 to the largest surf we have was 21.5 knots. So that's quite a good speed. We averaged over the last 6 hours 14 knot average, so that's really good for one of these boats, and covered over 85 miles. So in 6 hours, that's pretty impressive. It's finally abated some, and the sea state's flattened out a bit, as you can see. Well, almost flat. We've still got lots of squalls in the area, so we're not going to go for a speaker hoist just yet. Just cruise along. We found out that our day's run from yesterday was 280 nautical miles for the day. Did our repairs on the spinnaker pole. Now that we have a lovely sunny day. So it's morning of the 13th, and we just had a really tough sail change on the bow. Went from Yankee 2, which is our like medium-sized headsail, to the Yankee 3, which is our smallest one, before we go to our storm sails. So yesterday we spent sort of calm weather, flat seas, sun was shining, beautiful day. We entered into a 2-hour watch rotation so that we could have the chance to get a bit more sleep before a frontal system came through, which is due tonight. Unfortunately, that system hit last night at some point, and well, we're not even quite in it yet, but we've got the edge of it now. So we've got 28 knots of wind at the moment on the nose. So we've been sail changing down all morning, and now you get to get 1.5 hours rest before I'm back on deck for 4 hours. The air temperature at the moment is 6 degrees on deck in the daytime. It's nice and overcast up there, pouring rain, and I'm soaked through. So pretty cold up there at the moment. You can never get gloves that keep your hands dry, so your hands are just in pain the entire time. And yeah, pretty exhausted after that sail change. So But on the plus side, we have the fantastic news that we are now 100 nautical miles in front. So that is a bonus. Thank God. So hopefully we get to San Fran just a little bit earlier. Right, so still day 13. Just got off one of the longest watches in history. Got on watch and it was about 25 knots. Then the winds got up to about 35 knots. And we had to drop the Yankee 3, which is our smallest head sail, put up our storm trysail, storm jib on the forestay there, and then we put reef 3 in, and while we were putting reef 3 in, we broke all the battens in the mainsail. So we then had to prepare to drop the mainsail, so we had to get the storm trysail on deck and put that in the track. So we got the storm trysail, which is like a mini mainsail, on deck, put it in the track, got it ready to go, and got the other watch up on deck ready to drop the mainsail. And about 5 minutes before we were about to ready to drop, the top of the mainsail started ripping out of the track, or ripping the track off the mast. So we've got about a metre of track ripped off the mast for our mainsail. We managed to get the sail down okay and secured, and we've hoisted the storm trysail. So now we're flying storm jib, Yankee staysail and storm trysail. But it's just been a mission of a watch. Really, really long. We've been in the storm overnight. Pretty exhausting night. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just got off watch. Earlier during watch, while I was waiting to take the helm, I was standing at the high side, and I was just resting against the helm, like the steering console, and a wave came, and just the way we fell off the back of the wave, I jerked forward and fell in front of the console, across the deck, and hit my head on the deck on the other side pretty hard. Lucky for me, we have lots and lots of layers on at the moment because it's freezing cold still, and that sort of prevented any major injuries. So a bit of a headache, really good egg on my head, but apart from that I'm alright. Then later, about an hour before we were meant to go off watch, I was down below warming up for a little bit while Dan was on the helm, and I just heard this bang and then flogging of sails. So ran up on deck, and our sheets attached to our staysail, which is our rope attaching it to the deck, had flogged free or snapped. So we tried to secure the sail, did emergency drop, and then rehoisted the sail. So we've got 4 to 5 metre swell at the moment, and it makes it hard to see. And last night while I was helming, I was falling asleep, having little micro sleeps, like if you drive tired, and yeah, I'd wake up at the bottom of a wave, oh crap, be awake. So yeah, very, very exhausted at the moment. We're just about to go off watch and just finished the sail change from from storm jib to Yankee 3. Just coming back and just handing over to the other watch when there was this automatic bang, and Wayne Reed fell on the deck, and the guard wire flung up and was broken, the stanchion ripped out of the deck, and what had happened was the car on the Yankee blew off the back of it and just came up and tore the stanchion off the deck. So Wayne's injured both his legs. We managed to get him down below. He's alright, nothing seems to be broken, but yeah, he's badly bruised. It's quite an impressive fall that he had. Hi, so we've been at sea now for 17 days, and a bit of stuff's happened lately. So yesterday spent about 3 hours up the mast just repairing. We've sort of come up with like a jury system for our mainsail. Because our track ripped off, we've cut the broken section of the track off, and I've devised a system that we hopefully will be able to hoist the mainsail in some lighter winds in the near future. So I spent most of the day fixing that, and then last night I'm losing my voice a bit, so it's getting pretty run down, pretty exhausted just like everyone else is. But last night they ganged up on me and made me have to sleep in, so I got a watch off, and so it meant I got 12 hours in bed, which is amazing. and I feel a hell of a lot better for it, so very, very lucky to have had that opportunity. And then this morning when we were getting up for watch at 4 a.m. this morning, Nick somersaulted and landed on the spinnaker pole, which we'd newly repaired and we're storing down in the crew quarters because it doesn't quite fit on the brackets on deck anymore. So he got a concussion and like severe bad bruising up his neck and spine, so I've got him in bed with a neck brace on and a couple of Panadols and what have you, and 2 nurses looking after him, so he's in good care, but he's out of action for now. And as far as Wayne goes, he's okay. It doesn't appear that anything's broken, possibly a fractured leg, but there's no way of knowing until we get to port, and the closest port is San Francisco in 2 weeks. So we're just going to keep sailing along and have the 2 boys in bed and just keep trucking along and hope no one else gets hurt. As far as our lead goes, we are 130 nautical miles ahead of Singapore, and they are 100 miles ahead of the next boat, which is Derry. So we're 200 miles ahead of most of the fleet and 130 ahead of Singapore. And Rich does say g'day.
G'day.
And that's it. This morning we did the watch up. We set about preparations for hosting our mainsail. Bridging technique of our broken track that we've cut off. So as you can see, we were quite successful and we have a mainsail today. Our lead has diminished down to 60 nautical miles in the time Ray day at sea. But we have some fantastic surfing conditions today. Let's come around a bit, and I managed to get the wave today at 15.5 knots, which Rich is now trying to beat. Had some whales come and visit us this morning, and yeah. Apart from that, our lead is slowly increasing on Singapore and the rest of the fleet, so we're now at 74 nautical miles ahead. My first sighting of land in 28 days. It's California. Woo! Here we are. You can see the Gateway Bridge ahead. That's our finish line. We'll be taking first place. Woo! We're here at the Golden Gate Bridge. It's less than a mile away and we have absolutely no wind, but we did get our lovely branded kite up. So it's about 6:10. We're almost at the line. Still don't have much wind, but we're almost there. Yeah!